Jai Hind everyone, Namaste, Vanakkam, Namaskara, and in every other languages, the way we say hello. So today's video, we would be talking about World War One, and this would be definitely be our first video of Task One. Task One, the first chapter. This is, and the chapter name is World War One. Yes, you heard it right. It is World War One. Now we would be talking. This is a very interesting topic. I have done a lot of research, read all different articles from the internet on sites and various other AI tools and all. I gathered a lot of informations, and finally I have made finally planned to make a video on this topic. This is a crucial topic since as the generation is changing, the Gen Z generation that we see, we are forgetting about our battles. How did they held? How we played a huge role. So we would be talking about this World War One. Now, when we talk about war or forget war, when we talk about matches, we think of okay, this is a match. Then there must be two teams, two sides. So same as like this in World War One, there were two powers. First is the Central Powers. The second is the Allied Powers. The Central Powers comprised of countries like Germany, Austria, Hungary, Ottoman Empire, Bulgaria, and etc. and many more. While is the other side, that is the Allied Powers. The Allied Powers comprises of member countries like France, Britain, Russia, US, Serbia, and etc. So these were the two sides. First is Central Powers, second is Allied Powers. They both fought in the war. Now, when we talk about war, so a thing comes into our mind that okay, there was a war. Why did it started? How did it started? Which all countries played their role? How did they play it? How India's got involved into it? So we will be all be talking about this. So coming up to the first question, that is, why did the war start? So the war started just due to many reasons. I would say about 4 to 5 reasons there were. But the primary and the key reason behind the initiation of World War One was the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. He was the higher presumptive of Austria-Hungary Empire. Now, when we say about higher presumptive, this means that, for example, there is a monarchical government. If the king has no child, then when the king will die, the next king that would be his brother. So this relationship is only called as higher presumptive. So at that point of time, the higher presumptive of Austria and Hungary was Archduke Franz Ferdinand. So what happened was, he was being assassinated. By whom? By a Serbian nationalist. This caused a widespread tension among the peoples of Austria and Hungary. The second reason behind World War II was the nationalism, national pride, and that desire for independence among the people have been rising up from various other days and all. Third, the growing military. Countries have at that point of time built various large militaries, and have equipped them with stapled weapons in order to fight the war. So these were the three key reasons which I feel was the main thing behind the initiation of World War One. Now, how did this war happen? How did this went along? Now we will continue. So this World War One started on 28th of July 1914 and continued till 1918. Mind the years, it is very important from competitive exam point of view. It is 1914 to 1918 So all this happened in between these 4 to 5 years. So before going into the war, before I say you about the war, I would love to say you about two different terms, two different strategies that were used in this war. So let me say this first, then we'll go to it. So our first thing is the first thing is so first is the Schlieffen plan. Yes, it was a Germany military strategy which was designed previously only just in order to avoid a two-front war. In this plan, what Germany thought of that they would quickly defeat France and then they would fight against Russia. See, it was based on the idea that what Germany was thinking that they could easily defeat France because France don't have that much amount of military equipments and military personals and all, while as Russia has. So they thought of first they will defeat France and then they will start attacking Russia in order to avoid this two-front war. So this was Schlieffen plan. And second terminology that I would say is the triple intent. Now triple intent, this is very important I would say. Triple intent. It was a military alliance that was formed between three countries: France, Russia and the United Kingdom at that time. So what happened was, why this triple intent was created in order to counter off the counter triple alliance, which was already formed before by Germany, Austria, Hungary and Italy. So in order to counter triple alliance, they formed triple intent. This was the main reason. Now let's come up to the main point, that is World War I. Yes. So what happened was, when the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand happened, on the very next day, Austria and Hungary, they both declared war in Serbia. On 20th of July 1914. But Russia was very close to Serbia since it had very good ties with Serbia. So what Russia came in front to protect Serbia and started deploying its troops into Serbia. In response to it, on August 1st, 1914, yes, August 1st, 1914, that is after 4 days of the declaration of the war, now comes into the game the Germany. Germany declared war on Russia. Since Germany had strong alliance, as I said now, that strong alliance with Austria-Hungary. Since Germany has already made the Schlieffen plan, so what they thought is that since they have declared the war on Russia, so in order to invade Russia, they will first invade France. Yes, since France could be easily defeated. Since France and Russia are both close friends and all. So now Germany declared a war on France too on August of 3rd. Now here comes the Germany soldiers. Now here comes the Germany military. Germany basically shares its borders with France. So see, if this is France, this is Germany. So Germany shares its border with France. So Germany can directly invade France, right? Same as like India can directly invade Pakistan. Same as like Germany can directly invade France. But Germany was having this information from their I would say from various other key resources. They were having their information that France has deployed a large number of troops on Belgium-France border. So what Germany thought is that rather than invading France through the Germany-France border, they thought of going to France through Belgium. That is, first Germany will go to Belgium, then from Belgium they will go to France. So Germany now invaded Belgium. So this is a complicated story, but I am trying to make you visualize and learn this in a very peaceful way. So now what happened is Germany invaded Belgium. But here comes a small twist. The twist is that Belgium has signed a treaty with Britain. that Britain will come for the security of Belgium for its neutrality. And when Britain saw this, that this is the violation of international laws by Germany by invading Belgium, on August 4th, 1914, now Britain declared war on Germany. So there was one side compromising of Austria, Hungary, Germany and all. There was other side compromising of countries like Russia, France, Britain, Belgium, etc. Now, like this, the war continued. The war continued about 2 to 3 years. There were a lot of killings in huge numbers, which we even can't imagine. So this happened again in the year 1917. What US does is US comes into World War One. Now, when US comes into World War One, they supported the Allied powers. Allied powers. Yes, Allied powers means France, Britain, Russia. They supported that party. So when they supported us, this side got more balanced, tipping the balance into the Allied power side. Yes. So at the end, in 1918, what happened was this war got finished and Germany, Austria, Hungary all were defeated, and this Allied power side won it. I won't say won it, but they got the victory in this war, I would say. Yes. Now here comes another question into the user's mind. That okay, World War One, all these countries fought, but where was India involved into it, right? So there was not direct involvement from India into the World War One, but there was definitely an indirect involvement of India into World War One, where our troops were sent into World War One, where more than half of the troops have gave their life for that bloody World War One. Yes, I would say definitely in this huge wars. What happened was, since during that phase of 1914, the East India Company was ruling in India. East India Company means the Britishers. Since the British army was mainly comprised of the Indian personals, Indian army. Indian army means the persons from India. So during this World War One, almost around 1.3 million troops were sent, in which 74,000 So more than 1.3 million soldiers were sent to fight. Around this, 74,000 Indian soldiers were heavily injured. Some got martyred in this war. Not just India sent their soldiers that played a role in this World War One, but India also sent various other raw materials like jute, cotton, food, etc. and all things to the Britishers. Now, what was its impact on Indian economy? Impact on Indian people? The impact was severe. Since there was less resources and more people, referred to be as a term called rationing. RATIONING. Rationing means less food, more people. So this caused a huge scale of poverty inside the whole country. Second impact in Indian economy or Indian people was the non-fulfillment of the promises that were made by the Britishers for India. This caused a widespread message across the whole country by Mahatma Gandhi for self-rule, that is Swaraj. Yes, you heard it right. In our class 10th history, we would have definitely heard about Swaraj, self-rule. We will rule our country on our own rather than the Britishers ruling us. So this was all about the things that happened in our country. In one or the other way, I would say war is not a thing that must happen, but this is what happened. So I have to bring this thing in front of the viewers. Those who all are watching this video, I am very thankful to you for watching this, for showing around 15 to 16 minutes of your precious time for this video, and thank you. Jai Hind.